Hey everyone, my name is Parth. I'm the co-founder and CEO of Extensible, and we help you deploy your AI agents to production with confidence. So recently, I'm sure you've been seeing things like the Humane AI pin, the Rabbit R1, and even Devon. And we know that they look super impressive in demos, but sometimes fall short when they actually land into consumer hands. But have you really thought about bigger companies and enterprises like Airbnb, Tesla, and Salesforce also working on agents? Well, they're trying to build these out and are in the research phase for building internal tooling, customer service agents, and completely new features which rely on agentic behavior. But they're falling short from going to the research phase to the production phase, which is why we're not seeing that acceleration happen right now. And that's because enterprises just can't trust agents. And we don't blame them. They want to, but it's just so hard to put something out into production when you don't know what it's doing. Is it correct? Is it bad? I've been there. I've worked at Apple and Tesla, and I know the amount of instrumentation that it takes to work on such large platform teams to make sure that when you deploy something into production, it is near perfect, if not perfect. And if it is not perfect, we need to know exactly how to get us there. So in the current agent landscape, it's extremely hard to detect when your agent is veering off or just doing something you don't want it to do. Agents are great, don't get me wrong. We get to solve thousands of different use cases that we just couldn't before, but that also means we can go wrong in thousands of different ways now. Traditional software is just not used to dealing with this volume, so you can't have your engineer, Brian, go and type thousands of different unit tests for every single time you feel your agent is veering off. It's also extremely hard to debug these issues in production at the moment, because let's say your customer comes back to you and hey, this is not working correctly. Right now, you'll have to sift through thousands of logs to even figure out what is going on, what is happening. You might even have a little dashboard which shows you all of them, but you have to just keep on reading one thing after the next one, and you have no idea what is happening. That is the biggest question. And finally, all of this is exacerbated as you have non-deterministic output due to LLMs, because that is what is making the decisions for these different agents. And with that, you can run an agent thousands of times, and theoretically, you can have thousands of different outputs. So the current ADLC, or the current agent development lifecycle, looks a lot like the software development lifecycle, where you will have your entire kind of design phase, you'll do the implementation, you'll do the testing, you'll do the deploy, but you can't get to the deployment and maintenance phases, so they'll be doing great in research, and that's where we come in. So we do three big things to help you make your agents reliable. The first thing we do is help you understand exactly what your agent is doing in production. And we do this through trace logging. So this is where we take thousands of different runs and figure out exactly what's happening in your agent and stitch it all together so you know exactly what is going on. Next, we have a proprietary grading pipeline to figure out exactly where and how your agents are going wrong in production. So you immediately know that you need to fix something, you need to tune up your prompts, you need to add better guardrails through software. We'll tell you exactly what to do. And finally, what we're working towards is self-healing agents so that we can diagnose, but also auto-fix your agent's actions, so you have to not worry about what is going wrong because we just deal with it for you. So currently, we have a very, very simple interface. If you're anyone building agents, all you have to do is add 2 lines of code into your current platform. So you can go from looking at this ugly thing to debugging your agents to this. And we stitch it all together. We tell you where things are going wrong and how. So next, I'll bring up my CTO, Omkar, to show you a little bit of a demo.
Awesome. Hello, everyone. I'm Omkar. I'm the CTO at Extensible. And for today, I want you to imagine that I am a software engineer at Humane. So as Humane, you've all heard of Marcus Brownlee, all of that. At Humane, we just released our latest feature. We released the restaurant reservation app. Our agent and I'm gonna show you exactly a demo of that. So imagine you're walking down New York City, you see Rosemary's, which is a very popular restaurant in New York City, and you now want to book a reservation. So you click a picture of Rosemary's and you ask it to book a reservation. So I have a picture here of the Rosemary's restaurant, and I'm gonna take a picture, book a restaurant reservation for me for 8 p.m. With Parth, Anant, Annalisa, and I. And I'm gonna click send. It tells me the request went out, and what's happening in the background is it understands what my picture is, understands what I just told it to do, and then runs that agent workflow.
Your reservation with Rosemary's in East Village for 4 guests has been made for May 7th at 8 p.m. This reservation was made through OpenTable.
Wait, so this is a production level feature. It just booked me for East Village, and I'm currently in West Village. This is not supposed to happen, so bear with me, guys. I'm just gonna quickly go through my logs and figure out exactly where this went wrong. So you see here, there's an OpenAI call, and there's a fuck. I can't do this on stage. Parth, how do I debug this?
I think it's time to use Extensible.
Sick. Okay, sick. Great idea. So this is the Extensible platform. What you see here is the whole agent run visualized on this graph. So the agent first runs infer action. Within that, it runs transcript audio, understands what I told it. Then you see a few red and green boxes. I'll come to that later. Searches for the restaurant, makes the restaurant reservation, and then we see red boxes. So let's look into exactly where this went wrong. And my guess is it went wrong near the red boxes. So I click on the green box, and let's see what it tells us. So I told it to book a reservation, and it looks like it did make the make restaurant reservation function correctly. That's an OpenAI function call. But now, if I go on the red box, oh, there we go. So I see that the system does know about the East Village and West Village locations, but it just arbitrarily chose the East Village. This is something that can happen in agents all the time. And with our proprietary pipeline, we look at your whole agent trace, and we figure out exactly where your agent is going wrong or right. And what this helps me do as a developer is reduce the time it takes for me to put my fix out into production, so your users can be happy. So with this, guys, I'll see you later. I'm going to go integrate Extensible into Humane, and I'll give it back to Parth. Thank you.
All right, guess we just closed the deal, guys. So on the Extensible platform, we essentially take your traces, we add our custom reliability scoring, and we can build you custom models for better reliability. So as you use the platform, not only are you able to debug faster, you're also able to build agents which work better and faster. There's $4.6 trillion worth of work to be automated, and none of this will be possible unless agents are reliable. So we've spoken to dozens of companies building agents, all the way from seed stage startups to large enterprises, and they all come to us with the exact same problem. I have no idea what's going on in production. I'm just hitting send and then pray my users get back to me if something is going wrong, which is just not how things are done in big enterprise. We've already built out our V0 tracer and reliability platform in just the last 2 months with just Omkar and I, and we're already servicing 1 million traces a month. So Omkar and I really bring this kind of niche intersection of distributed systems and machine learning. And this allows us to really know how to bring together different aspects of reliable systems, but also the kind of unevenness and ruggedness almost of machine learning, and how do we help big enterprises build systems which work in production every single time. So if your portcos or your enterprise friends are facing these challenges, we'd love to talk to them and onboard them. We are also hiring software and machine learning engineers, so please come talk to us after. And yes, we're raising, so please find us after the demos. Thank you.